Hey everybody, welcome in if this is your first video with me. Welcome back if it is not. Either way, I'm so excited that you're here and super grateful you've decided to spend just a little bit of your day with me today. So today is a little bit of a different video. Today we're going to talk about a pin trading event that I went to. I've never been to a pin trading event before, so this was a really exciting day for me. So I'm really excited to tell you all about the event and to show you my haul. So if you're ready to get started, let's just jump in, shall we? I'm Rachel, and this is Attainable Disney. Recently went to this pin trading event. Was out at a hotel near the airport. I have never been to a pin trading event like this ever before. So I was so excited that there was one happening near me. I don't live anywhere near the parks. I don't live like in Florida or whatever, so they don't happen in my area a lot. So I was super excited. This was like the first annual one for my like local pin trading group, and it went really well. So they're gonna start doing them more often. So I'm so excited. Like, we're already booked for the next one. So I didn't really know what to expect. So I put all my pins in binders. I use those like baseball card sleeves, which like it worked, but it also didn't work. I'm not gonna do it for my next pin event. They were way too heavy for the binders, and like they kept coming apart, and it was super messy and annoying. Next time, I'm just gonna keep them on the boards and just carry around the boards. Like my little cork board, hexagon cork boards. That's what I'm gonna do. But you could either buy a table and have all your stuff spread out on a table, or you could just like walk around. And so I chose to just walk around. I didn't feel like I was cool enough or had cool enough pins for a table. Again, I didn't really know how it worked, so we just kind of walked around to people's pins. I looked at people's pins. If I saw one that I wanted, I asked them if they were interested in looking at my pins. And then they would look at my pins and we would work out a trade. Here's what I'll say, which I thought was really cool, was that everybody was like excited to trade. Everyone always agreed to look at pins, of course, because like that's why everyone was there, was to trade. There was only one time that I wanted a pin that we couldn't work out a trade. Everyone was down to trade. Everybody was like excited to do it and excited to trade. And it was like much easier, I feel like, than trying to trade in like Facebook groups where people are constantly driving like really hard bargains or like really picky or whatever. Like, I feel like everyone was just like excited to do it and like wanted to get rid of pins and wanted to get new pins. So it was like really easy, which was awesome, right? Like, everyone, people were looking at my pins and they said they wanted something. And so I kind of like picked something out that they had, or once I got into the swing of it and once I understood, I started just walking up to every single table and like handing the person my pins to look at. So even if I didn't see something of theirs that I wanted right away, I let them see mine. And then if they picked out something, then they picked out something, and then I'd find something, right? Like, it was very friendly. It was very casual, and like we were trying to get everybody what they wanted. So it was super, super fun. I went with my husband and I took my nephew, and he had a great time. So I gave him a little lanyard. He had a couple of like park traders from the last time that he went, but I gave him a few extras. A few tables had pin boards kind of up on the table that they said like for kids only, that they could trade just like you do in the parks, and you can kind of go up to the pin board and just trade like that. So he got a couple. He traded with a few people, which was super fun for him. He had a great time. He's really got into it, so he really had a super fun time, which was really great. So I love being able to like bring new people in to the hobby, and since then he's been really into it. Like, he like sends me pictures of stuff he sees online and stuff like that. So it was really fun to be able to bring my nephew into it in kind of a whole new way. I'll say this, the highlight of the day for me was being recognized from my channel. So Creatively Sandra was there. I didn't know this. Like, we had no idea that the other person was going to be there, but I'm just like going through somebody's pins and I just hear, "Are you from Attainable Disney?" And I was like, "What?" And I got so excited, and I looked over and I saw her, and it was so fun. So we got to like chat for a little bit. We did a trade, which was awesome. It was so exciting to see some of like the community in real life. I mean, there was obviously a lot of people there that I didn't really know and got to know. But it was really exciting to see some of the YouTube community in real life, because I don't get to do that a lot. Like, that's not something, again, when you don't really live near the parks, you don't get a lot of that. So that was super exciting. So shout out to Sandra, because that was awesome. It was super, super awesome. So what I thought I would do is walk you guys through. I want to show you guys the pins that I got, because I love them all. On the way there, we're talking in the car, and I sent my husband and my nephew, we had like a little group text, and I sent them a picture of my in search ofs, right? So I have a few, I think there were 6 pictures, I think it was like 12 pins that I was like, these are the ones that I really, really want. These are the ones that I'm like in search of, right? To like finish sets or whatever. I said, other than that, I said I collect baby Pegasus pins, Sleeping Beauty pins, Jasmine pins, right? Like those are like my biggest collections. I said, I'm always looking for Onward pins, but like they don't really exist, but I'd always love to have more. And Mike, who doesn't really collect pins, but he just kind of humors me. He's like, do you think they'll have Tron pins? And I was like, no. Well, I said they might have Tron pins, like they may have Tron pins from like the new ride or whatever. I said, but like we won't really get those. Like we could just buy those in the parks next time. So let's see what happens. And my nephew says, do you think they have Lion King pins? And I said, they for sure have Lion King pins. And he says, I want some Lion King pins, or I want to get Nightmare Before Christmas pins for his little brother, because his little brother's obsessed with Nightmare Before Christmas. And I said, perfect. So that's what we were on the hunt for. So the very first pins that we traded for were these 3. This was a set. So it was this Maleficent, Briar Rose, and then this Sleeping Beauty. And I just thought this rose gold, I just thought was so unique, and it was beautiful. It says limited edition of 3550. I just thought this is gonna look so good on like the top of my Sleeping Beauty board, right? Just have like her little name. So that was the very first pin that we traded for. This was one of my in search of pins that we were able to find, which was really exciting. So I did not collect this set because this was the only pin in this set that I wanted. So like I wasn't gonna buy the blind boxes. So to be able to find just this one pin that somebody wanted to trade was super exciting. We got a few of these Haunted Mansion blind box pins. Again, these were kind of before my collecting time, so I sort of missed out on these. So I was glad to grab a few. And then here was 2 more Madame Leota pins I grabbed. And then the last Haunted Mansion pin I grabbed was this blind box that was still sealed. I figure we'll go ahead and open her right now. 1, 2. Ooh! Oh my god, this pin is so big. Wow. I was not expecting this pin to be so big. I love it. Here's a real coup, was we were able to find 2 Tron pins for my husband. So yes, this is the exact pin I said I wasn't trading for, but he got so excited that I couldn't say no. And then we found this little guy. So we traded for these 2 pins, and he was over the moon. And you guys know, when you're like less than you Disney, like the person who like likes Disney less than the other one, like when they get excited about something, you just like make it happen, right? And he was so excited. So I made it happen. I have one little pin board. I call it the like pins I don't collect. And it's the pins that Mike always picks out. And it's like a couple of Star Wars pins, and we'll now have his Tron pins. Like, he gets excited about pins. And again, I don't care if it's pins I don't collect. When he gets excited about them, we get them. So this will go on them. Mike's little pin board. A few little guys. I got this one I thought was beautiful. This was another one of those ones that completed a set for me. Love a good Toy Story pin. This one is from Shanghai, and it's a limited edition of 500. So it's kind of like a simple pin, but I thought it was really cool. So, and I've got a pretty big Guardians collection, but yeah, that one I thought, I mean, that's a nice kind of cool addition. We got this one for my little nephew who loves Nightmare Before Christmas. His birthday's in a couple weeks, so he's gonna get this. I got this one. We love Cassie. Also, this was my fault. It was not like this when I traded it. This was my fault. I spilled my drink. Okay? And then the last couple, saving the piece de resistance for last. The last few that I thought were really exciting was I actually found an Onward pin. So this is one of those like pin trader delights, like those, I mean, these are those kinds of pins that like I've never seen in real life and I just like assume that I'll never get. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, these are just like outside of my like sphere. So like one, to even see one in real life was really exciting. And then to be able to actually own one is just one of those, things that I feel like I'll never be able to do. So yeah, so to be able to actually like have that in my possession is just a real moment for me. I was able to get this one. So this is one of those palm pins, those pink a la mode pins, that I was able to trade one of my pink a la mode pins for this, which was really exciting. I love this. And then I think my favorite pin of the day, it was hard, like between like these three, between like this one, between these two and this one, it was hard to say which was my favorite, but this one. Again, some of these Artland pins are so rare. This is a limited edition of 250. And you guys know how I feel about the owl. You guys know how I feel about the owl. And look at her, I mean, look at the glitter on the dress and the tiara. I mean, this is so beautiful. So I think one of the most exciting parts of the day was like, even the pins I didn't get to take home, I got to see so many pins that I never thought I would see in real life. Like there were so many people there with so many cool, unique, rare pins that I've never seen before in real life, that I've like heard about, or like, you know, those like WDI profile pins, or like, you know, really rare Artland pins, like pins that I'm aware of, but pins I never ever thought I'd see. And then like there they are in front of me. Like, so that was just like really cool, really exciting for me. And then to get to take a couple of the really exciting ones home. So that Artland pin is really exciting. That Onward pin is really exciting. And then, you know, even like, you know, these two pins, while not rare, are just like so exciting for me. Just make my day, right? So I just like couldn't, I don't know. I just couldn't believe, I was just pleased as punch. I couldn't believe it. I felt like I hit the jackpot. And I can't wait for the next one. Like I said, we already are booked for the next one. And I'm just so excited. I can't wait to go. So, you know, I really enjoy pin trading for like so many reasons, but this really just, this was a really great afternoon for me. I'm going to throw a picture up here. My nephew took home a few pins. So I can't show them here because he already took them home. So I'm going to throw up a picture here. But a few that he traded for that he took home. But yeah, we really had a great day. And I'm really excited that my nephew and that my husband had a great time too. And that they got to trade for some pins. And hopefully that they enjoy the hobby as much as I do. And hopefully I've got some new pin lovers in the family. So if you guys have been to a pin event, I'd love to hear like your experiences. If you guys love these pin events, or if you've been to them, like if you enjoy them, like let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your favorite pin that I picked up at the event was. I'd love to hear your opinions. Like obviously you guys know which ones I was super, super excited about. Obviously I love them all. But you guys know which ones were my like super favorites. So let me know what you guys think. I'd love to just hear your thoughts about the pins that I picked up. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. And I'll see you guys in the next one.